senior coach, she was in that. She was working that big fight with Panda the other day, right? With the
No, Panda was working fight with
Yeah,
her.
yeah. Panda was working the fight with her. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's absolutely. Yeah. I seen that. I did like a big interview with Stitch, speaking upon the work that he did on that cut.
hmm
I talked to Panda. I'm a friend of Panda's, and I like his work and what he does as well. And I see what your coach brings to the table as well, and I like what you got going on as well. So salute to her. I hear her in the background.
Thank you.
Salute to you. You're amazing. You're amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
yeah. But there was so much that happened behind the scenes in the first round with bro. Like just with the I don't know. Panda told you, but with the commission, like the commissioner guy right there and everything, and he hit Panda in the head with the stool, and like bro, it was just like a bunch, bro. Like that guy came into the back to apologize, and man, Panda ripped him a new one, bro. Like I mean, but as she should, you know what I mean? Like this dude was interfering with the work, and then like it was just, yeah, bro. It was just it made that first round hectic, but
So then I do the interview with Stitch, and then he's like nailing them. You know what I'm saying? And I guess they have the same name, Jacob.
hmm
Yeah.
And I think like Stitch was saying something about like Panda used his name as Jacob Stitch, and he's like, "What do you mean?" And then I guess Panda told me he was supposed to be the man, the cut man at that time or something like that. But I guess something happened. I don't know. They didn't let him. I don't know. But it was a little mixed up situation, so I kind of felt bad about that situation.
yeah, I don't, no idea, brother. I think you guys had Panda from.
Yeah. Panda's name is Jacob.
Yeah, they
I
had
had no
they
idea
had
Stitch's name is
yeah,
Jacob.
but they had Panda from the jump.
Top Break made the mistake and told him he was working the corner, not us.
Yeah, they flew him out for the fight. So maybe Top Rank just seen Jacob and assumed it was Stitch. I don't know, but but no, Panda was he flew out, or he was flown out specifically to work the cuts and stuff.
Panda's worked with me in the corner like 8 times already.
Yeah, like he's even worked a couple of my fights. You know what I mean?
Right. But anyway, so you got a fight coming up, and I believe a lot. It's a nice card. It's a lot of the young guys. A lot of
A
the
lot of the
young guys.
lightweights, bro.
Yeah, action pack. I like it. What I believe, what June 6th?
No. May 18th in the on the Navarrete card.
Oh wow, on the Navarrete card, action pack. Speak a little bit about your opponent. What type of step up fight is this one?
Um, all my opponents are always a little more difficult than the previous, but this one I feel like this one's a huge jump, just for the fact that he's tough, and me and my coach were just talking about it, and I said he's gonna want to stay in there. He's I'm fighting a Puerto Rican out of Florida. He's a southpaw. You know what I mean? I love fighting southpaws. So it's I know he's gonna give it a great show because I like it when guys come forward, and everybody knows this about me. I love it when they come forward and when they attempt to bring the fight to me. You know what I mean? When I don't have to do all the chasing or like all that, like, and this guy's a walk forward fighter, so I know he'll bring the fight to me, and we'll just take it to the center of the ring. Um, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. He's gonna do what he's gotta do, and yeah, bro. It's my what, third 8 rounder, second 8 rounder, third 8 rounder. And so, I'm pretty excited. I'm in great shape. It's like I've been doing like a 16-week camp, bro. Just all these fights back to back to back. So this is the real definition of stay ready and got to get ready. But yeah, man, I feel great. I'm good. I'm more than great with weight. I'm ready. I'm just counting down the weeks.
So, what's the record of your opponent?
I think he's 10-2-1.
Oh,
Yeah,
he's a
10
good
2 and
guy.
1.
What's his name?
Wilfredo Flores from Florida. He's a Puerto Rican.
Okay, okay.
So we got the
So,
Mexican Puerto Rican thing going on.
so is he just a forward fighter? I mean, Talk to me. Does he have any skill on the back foot as well, just in case if he tastes the your power?
I hope so. I hope so, cause I'm coming very prepared, bro. I'm coming very
What's
prepared.
his resume when you look at his resume though, and the guys he fought? Like, is it like is it not good guys? You think? Like, what do you think?
He fought Gary Coley. I don't know if you know who that is. He's like that 6'1". Um, I think he's Irish. I don't know. He's got red hair, but Gary Coley. He fought a tough Mexican who was like 24-4. Beat him unanimous. Um, yeah, bro. He's fought guys who were 7 and like he did all right. His last. Let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, bro.
I'm
His last
assuming
three
he's never
opponents were
been
tough guys.
stopped.
Huh?
I'm assuming he's never been stopped.
He's been stopped once, and that was by Gary Coley.
Okay.
Yeah, that was he got stopped by a 15-0, and then and then all the other ones were unanimous. Oh, the other one
How
was
many rounds did he go with
he.
Coley?
I remember watching it. He went into the second round, and he got caught on the side of the head with the straight left.
Oh, okay. Early.
Yeah.
Early.
So
So, what's your prediction on the fight?
I'm expecting him to hang around. To be honest, I'm expecting him to
You're gonna go
like I said,
round?
he's tough.
You feel like
I
you're gonna go rounds?
Yeah, for sure.
Mm.
I expected my last fight to go rounds as well though. So but like I said, I don't train to go rounds. So I train to hurt people and to
Hmm.
to apply that pressure and catch people off guard and hit them with stuff that's gonna hurt them and it's gonna affect them either right then and there or gonna affect them in later in the fight. Um, but I don't. Like I said, I don't train to go rounds or go the distance, but I'm more than prepared to if I have to.
How many out of those 10 wins? How many are those by KO from Flores?
Let me see. I think it's he's 5. His thing is that he's very flat footed.
Okay.
You know. So yeah, he's got 5. He's very flat footed. But like I
Is
said,
he
like
unorthodox? Is he
no southpaw.
unorthodox? Okay, so he's a southpaw. And is he an awkward type of a fighter?
Nah, he's slick. I'd say he's slick.
Okay, so he's slick. Flat-footed. It like a Danny Garcia, Puerto Rican, like a Danny Garcia type of a style. Does he
Yeah,
got
just
a
not
good,
just not as strong though.
not as
I mean,
strong?
he's strong and he'll stand there and bang. He could take a punch. He'll
Yeah,
stand
that's
there and
right.
bang though.
Yep, because Danny hasn't been stopped ever in his career.
Yeah,
Okay, okay. Sounds like an exciting fight, man.
yeah,
I
bro.
can't
I'm more
wait.
than excited.
I can't wait to check it out. So, what a fight last weekend, huh?
Yeah, we was talking about it though, and I was like, man, he's got. Everybody kept telling me. I said, if Devin Haney could stay around from the left hand or stay away from the left hand for all 12 rounds and still get his shots off, then he'll win unanimous. But if Ryan had rounds 1 through 12 to land that left hook, bro, 1 through 12. You know what I mean? And
So,
he caught me
but
off guard because he landed it so quick into the first round, bro. And I was just
right,
like,
but all right.
man,
So let's take a step back for the viewers, right? Because we're gonna be having a lot of people tapping in. It's gonna be thousands of views, right?
Mhm.
So let's let's just go off of introduce yourself right away.
My name is Kid Kansas, Lan Garcia. I'm 12-0 as a professional with 10 knockouts, 135 lightweight division, signed to Top Rank. I got a fight coming up May 18th in San Diego on the Navarrete undercard. Born and raised in Kansas, but I train and stay in Los Angeles, California now. And yeah, I've been in there with some of the top fighters in I guess this generation, this era.
So you also was Ryan Garcia's sparring partner. So having this conversation, I kind of want you to like bring back some of the moments that you was in there with him, and then also analyzing that fight as well for the viewers to kind of be like, pick your brain a little bit in this. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because we've had conversations, we've done thousands of views on this channel right here with you speaking upon those sparring matches. But as far as this fight is concerned and moving forward, because first of all, my first question to you is, the 3 pounds. I mean, that's a topic that a lot of people want to get away from, right? So let's start with that. All right, you've been in there with him. How big is Ryan Garcia really? Because his dad. I had a conversation with his dad yesterday. And he's saying that Toronto Tank Davis fight was there was a lot of stipulations, and he had to go down to 135. He hasn't fought at 135 for a very long time. Then he had a hydration clause as well.
hmm
Due to that, supposedly in the training camp, he broke his rib. He was in there injured. I don't know how many excuses, but at the end of the day, they could be real or they could be fake. But in your eyes, just leading up to this fight and him having a 3 pound advantage over Haney, knowing that they're both big guys, but just knowing that he has that 3 pounds, and you know how it is when you lose that last five, how it is. So speak upon just that advantage point alone.
I think for how personal it got with them, I feel like I mean, like, yeah, three. To me, 3 pounds does make a difference. But Ryan knew he wasn't gonna fight at 140. He knew that if he won the belt, he was never gonna defend it because he said, he's going up to 147. But I feel like that all falls into
And Haney went all the way down too.
yeah.
Even though that in the press conference he had a suspicion, and that's why they made that bet. But he still went on his gun and stayed, at that weight class just so he could
hmm
fight for the belt. So
Yeah,
we got to keep that in factor as well.
yeah. I think Ryan throughout the whole camp, I I think he played his cards well because for him it was because it got personal. For them it got personal, and they both said that it was personal. You know what I mean? Before they were cool, then it got personal. So at the end of the day, Ryan didn't care about the belt anymore. He just cared about going in there beating them. And when
Hmm.
and when it's something's personal and you want to beat somebody that bad, you're gonna do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? Bro bet 2 million on himself and walked away with, you know what I mean, like 12 mil. Like though, and imagine he was acting crazy and he had to tell his coach, Derek, hey, if they ask you any questions about my sanity, just act like you don't even like if I'm insane. And he had it in his, so he had to have his coach on it, his team on it, like everybody had to play along with it for months and months and months. He would purposely go on lives and act crazy. Just bro, I'm telling you, bro, he pulled up one of the like the greatest things ever, bro. Yeah, bro, one of the greatest things ever. I was just like, and I know when like we know when we were kind of just like, man, like, is he really doing? You
So you
know,
didn't even have a clue. You guys know Ryan, and you didn't even have a clue that this was possible of mental warfare.
bro, we were debating and we're like, do you think he's just playing games? We're like, yeah, he's probably just messing around. And then like we would see certain stuff and we're like, nah, there's no way he's posting this. Like, cause then we would start like posting about random girls and stuff, and I'm like, man, there's no way. Yeah, bro, it was
And
just
all that
crazy.
that girl, even you're right, even that girl, she was complaining. She started throwing things on Twitter, and now they're doing TikToks together. That's crazy.
I'm telling you, bro, he had everybody play into it. Everybody play into it. You know what I mean? And so I think all this was. I think when he accepted the fight, he knew he wasn't gonna go for 140. You know what I mean? Truthfully. Or maybe after it got personal, then he said, you know what? I'm just gonna beat this guy. I don't even. You know what I mean?
So the next topic, really coming into it, is like you said, Ryan is a fast starter, but in the same time, he caught Haney in within the first 20 seconds of the fight. Uh, Lots of coaches. Hey, if your coach is around still, she can even chime in. What's her thoughts? The recovery time of Devin Haney.
I said that.
It happens to be that it's a big topic as well. He didn't recover. It seemed to me, even Ryan was lost. Like, yeah, Ryan got this power, he got this speed, but it truthfully, like, he could have got this kid out of there so many times in the fight. Um, what do you think about the recovery of Devin Haney? And is that kind of exposed due to the fact that now he fought somebody, now that he's at 140 pounds, he finally finds somebody his size, you
Well,
know?
yeah, and the first thing I said when he got hit with the left hook, and I was like, oh, I know he had flashbacks from the amateurs. That Ryan's always had a left hook. That's his thing. The recovery time, as a fighter, the first thing I thought about when I looked into that was, this is the first round, and Ryan landed that, and he hurt him. He's got a whole other 11 rounds to do it. So I think he's like, and he did land it later on into the fight. You know what I mean? And like, for example, I think the fight should have been stopped in the seventh round. That's just me though. You know what I mean? Because Devin was falling all over the place. He was off balance, but off the punches. You know what I mean? Like, I think his equilibrium was off because he got hit so hard. And
Yeah, all Ryan needed to do is have throw some body work really in there.
yeah, I think maybe when Ryan would turn his back and stuff, not just to get rest, but to bring Devin Haney his confidence a little bit back up, and because if Ryan's not throwing nothing, Devin Haney was gonna let shots off. And what was Ryan doing? Ryan was punching in between Devin Haney's punches. He would wait.
Yes.
He would wait for Devin Haney to start letting off on combinations, and he would
Just so
catch
you
him in
can see
between
this
those.
right hand go down when the jab comes out.
Yeah,
And then boom, the jab it would come
like
in.
it's not like his hand was like because he pulls it back when he jabs. It's not like it was like all the way down. It's just that little bit that he had open, he got caught with.
But Ryan got caught with the left hook himself, trying to go in and trying to exchange with him. And I said that too. I was like, Ryan got to calm down because Devin Haney is a boxer and he's a great fighter. But the when I saw that he kept getting up, I said, "Damn, I want to know who the strength and conditioning coach is because he may not be able to punch, but he can take one." And his
Hooter.
recuperation was a boom. His legs were strange from the third round up, but he still kept going, and I give him all the respect for that.
Yeah, you're right. The equilibrium was still active, you know what I'm
They
saying?
were
Like,
blaming his shoes. They were blaming it wasn't his
Yeah,
shoes.
everybody's trying to blame
yes,
his shoes, bro.
yes,
I think it was
yes.
a fire fit, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Not the
So,
shoes. My grandma knitted those.
all right, so I did a big live yesterday with Shannon Briggs, Zab Judah, Corey Spinks. Corey Spinks believes that Devin Haney will never be the same after this fight. And I think that's kind of gearing up to the taking the shots in the chin. You know what I'm saying? Like, is that chin still good? Because you guys are such big fighters that you guys come out and you campaign at smaller weight classes and test the liquid in your brains when you guys get hit. And it's something that when you do it for such a long time and you're sparring and you're trying to make weight and you're taking damage and damage and damage and you're trying to test yourself, in the gym. I think, believe it or not, I think the sparring is really more than anything. That's why coaches are so important in the game.
Yeah.
But you and your coach speak upon that, like, as far as the recovery, do you think that that is something I believe you can't fix, or can it?
Um.
Do you move up in weight for
y-
for it to be better? I don't
I,
know.
I couldn't say that I know either, bro. Just for the simple fact that, because I've seen it myself. I've seen fighters that have taken shots like that and have never been able to take a shot like that ever again. You know what I mean? But then again, look at when Pacquiao got hit, and then how many fights, how many wars he did after that. You know what I mean?
True. Exactly.
I think it's very important that these fighters need to do what's pay attention to what they're putting into the body. Do the right recovery. For example, like I don't know if you've ever heard of the hyperbaric chambers. It allows more oxygen to go into your brain. You know, you're laying there, it puts oxygen into your brain. That's the type of stuff you need to be doing when stuff like this happens, and you need to really take care of yourself. Avoid any contact that could hurt yourself like that for months, man. You fought, you earned your bag. Enjoy yourself. Um, but I don't know, bro. Like I said, because I've seen fighters who've taken a shot like that, and for example, Pacquiao and fought wars after that, and then you got people that got touched like that and were never the same again. So I think it just depends, bro. I don't know. But like I said, for me, it's if I had a fighter and that happened, then I would be looking into it, science wise, bro. Like, cause I wouldn't, nobody wants to have a fighter in there who could potentially get hurt anytime they get touched, bro. Like, that's bad. That's just bad coaching in general.
100%. 100%. Um, Now, is your coach around to answer that too?
Yes, that's it. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Repeat the question.
So, as far as the Devin Haney's recovery, guys like Corey Spinks said that he doesn't believe that Devin Haney will be the same. Some people believe the same thing with Errol Spence as well. Um, what do you think? Because due to watching the recovery time of all those shots in between, and if you had someone that was had a higher IQ to be able to break him down and take advantage on those moments, what would you have to say as far as that? Because Devin Haney likes to test himself at the highest level, and these guys like Subriel Matias, Teofimo Lopez, you move up, Jaron Ennis, and then just the list goes on. It gets worse. What do you think?
Um, they're fighters, first of all, and they're men. They're not going to say no to a good challenge. I go back and the older fighters, the old school fighters. They've been knocked down, knocked out cold, pulled out in a stretcher, and came back to be legends. So it depends on the fighter, who the fighter is. However, do you take damage? Yeah, you take damage, but most of your wars are in the gym as well. And I'm pretty sure, I'm 100% sure Devin hasn't taken that much punishment in the sparring session. So, I mean, it was a fight, and I don't know if it's off the subject, but like everybody wants to see a great fight, but then there's always like, oh, but this, oh, but that, but yet they want Canelo to fight Benavidez, which is 25 pounds heavier than him. So I don't understand what people. Oh, but it was 3 pounds. It was too much punishment. I don't know. They're fighters, and they were just comfortable because they fought each other 6 times in the amateurs, but it's not the amateurs, and you have 8-ounce gloves on, no headgear. It's a lot different, but they put on a great fight, and when you have fighters like that wanting to give people the fights, I think everybody should just celebrate and be happy that there was a great fight on Saturday night.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But it's the truth though. These fighters do have hard fighting sparring. I mean, Devin has kicked out a few people out of his camp. Through to sparring. We watched the sparring with Javante Tank Davis, and he went in there again with Javante Tank Davis. And that didn't look good, Coach. It didn't look good. He didn't look like he was firing back at the moments. Now, regardless if they let that fight that sparring continue. I mean, I don't know.
As a coach, and you work with fighters for over 30 years, I mean, sparring is sparring. The kid was 17 too, so gotta look at it that way. And I think if you give
Taking
him soft.
punishment at that age too and growing
What
up.
He's not the first one. He's not the first one that goes and spar. I've been sparring my daughter with world champions. I sparred Kid Kansas with world champions, and we
Yeah.
work defense. So it's just sparring. It's where you learn. That's the real school. The real test is in the ring.
But doghouse sparring.
I mean, maybe one time or
Yeah, like when we go in there to
I'm
spar.
sorry. I'm known for these type of questions.
No,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
no, of course, yeah. When we go in there to spar, we don't. When I see somebody's trying to come and just straight, it's different when they're in there trying to work their stuff compared to when they're in there just trying to hurt you, knock you out, prove a point. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then that's when we get slick with it.
we get to defense.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you miss a lot of shots, and I'm gonna hit you with 2, 3 shots, but they're gonna hurt. And then I'm gonna start slowing you down, working the body. You know what I mean? Yeah, of course I've been in there with guys who try to go in there and start throwing bombs, and then I sat them down. You know what I mean? Do I get cocky about it? Do I tell them nothing? No.
Do we put the
It's
video up? No.
yeah. We just I go on about my business, point proven, and on to the next. But yeah, sometimes I feel like as a coach, they do when you see people are landing those big shots on your fighters, and you see your fighters taking too much punishment, then that's you gotta tell your fighter, "Hey, you know what, today just let's just call it good, work some bags or work some mitts." Like she always tells me, if you get caught with a good body shot and you go down, I'm gonna make you keep going. She's like, but if you get caught with a nasty headshot and you go down, then that that's it for the sparring. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think, like, I've never.
I hear you. I'm a boxing coach too, and like in my area, I see these kids that are 15 years old that they can't even talk
Yeah, bro, and
because
it's bad
they've
because
been into
they
these.
take all this punishment to prove what, gym wars. Too many
Yeah,
people want to
you
be
got like
gym
what?
warriors and not work
You,
on their stuff.
you got like 6, 7 amateur fights. What are you doing? Like I don't get it.
Yeah, like I see guys all the time man, they give the best sparring, and they go in there, and they trade shots and anything, and then they go to their fights and they're getting mollywopped. You know what I mean?
And then some of them get mad that they're called sparring partners. I get it. I've been here. I've been doing media enough to understand it.
Yeah, but
Um,
sparring's supposed to be working on your stuff. I mean, I'm not saying go in there and pitter patter, of course not. But go in there, work on your stuff, know your objectives, know what you're going in there to do. Which, you know what I mean? Work on your
that's
stuff.
why
It's
it's
like
so
real time.
important.
Yeah,
It's so important to have the coaches have great relationships. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I think that's very important in boxing, and to mold the fighter. You know what I mean? Because that the sometimes you don't. It's hard to mold a fighter. So when you as a coach you're making mistakes like that. It could be a
Yeah.
really good fighter. It could really be a really good fighter, but you just you're so clogged up in the old school mentality of sparring every day, and we don't really have rules in it as well. So I hear you. um Other people were saying that Devin Haney needs to get another person in the corner besides his dad, or when if he does, stick to somebody. Don't just keep moving it around. What do you think about as far as you being a fighter? I know that your dad's not your trainer, and your trainer. I would definitely want to have your trainer answer this question as well. But just talk to me. Just knowing that say you had your father brought you all over the place to get the experience. Your father's building experience while you're building experience as well. But we're at the highest stage in our careers, and we happen to be a very young fighter. um, but it happens to be all the coaches around you happen to be switched. But your dad is still there giving you the instructions, and he's obviously getting guidance upon whoever he hires.
yeah.
But in reality, those seats are always moved with
I
different
think
people.
it would be good to have an addition to the team,
Hmm.
like another coach who knows what they're doing, especially at this point in his career, because you know what I mean. Um, but people are going based off of one performance. Ryan fooled everybody. Devin Haney said it himself. He slept on his left hand. He slept on it. You know what I mean? He didn't expect it. But people are going based off of one bad performance. Now let's go when he fought George Kambosos. Let's go when he fought Lomachenko, which that's a debatable fight. You know what I mean? We thought Loma won, but let's go when he fought. All these
How do
other
you
fights,
sleep on someone that you fought 6 times?
huh?
How do you how do you sleep on somebody 6 times? Like you fought them 6 times in the
But
amateurs,
the whole thing
and they
leading
were
up to the fight,
close. They
though.
weren't. It wasn't like it was lopsided. They were close.
Yeah, but like think about it this way: the whole thing leading up to the fight, bro. You know what I mean? Everything leading up to the fight, they seen him smoking, drinking, partying on the club. Like
Gotcha, gotcha,
they're
gotcha. The
probably
mental
like,
warfare got him.
yeah,
Gotcha.
they probably thought like, nah, man, he's still working. But subconsciously, without them even knowing it, they're sleeping on him because they're like, man, but he was at the club though. But nah, man, he's probably still working hard. but in the back of their mind, they're still like, man, but he was at the club, like, you know, he was drinking, he was smoking. You know what I mean? All that stuff plays into it. All that subconscious stuff plays into it, whether they know it or not. Um, it's been years since I don't think he expected Ryan to be that strong. You know what I
How
mean?
about you, Coach? Does she feel like there could have been some adjustments being made in the corner, or what do you think went wrong? Or do you feel like also that he never got to recover and therefore he couldn't make adjustments because of that?
Um, I mean, I did see him recover. He was just his legs, and that's the big part of.
Not
And
all the way.
everybody knows Devin Haney's got footwork, and he's a boxer. He's not a puncher. I just think they fought when they were 17 and they were young. I was there for the fights. So in the amateurs, it's way different. Softball, baseball. It's you're playing harder now. You got man strength now. And do I think that he needs another coach? Absolutely not. Like we're at the biggest stage of our life. Yeah, but he was undisputed. So he's been there at the biggest stage of your life. I've gotten people criticize. They tell Kid Kansas, or they tell my daughter, like, look, they said to my about post that my daughter needs to look for another trainer because I did what I did with her in the amateurs, and I'm a pro style. But before she turned pro, I was already working with world champions. People just don't know that. They tell Kid Kansas, oh, she's a woman. How does it feel to be training by a woman? His answer is, don't ask me what it feels like training with a woman. Ask me what's training about Coach G. So people are always going to say that for one bad performance or one performance that, hey, he didn't knock him out. We're not. We train to knock them out, but we're not built to knock everybody out, or we'd be millionaires now. Kid Kansas is knocking people out. He's stopping them, he's freezing them. But what happens when when he's not able to knock somebody out? Doesn't mean he sucks. Doesn't mean he needs a new trainer. It's just it wasn't his night to knock that person out, or the person give the other person credit. Hey, the kid is tough. So, going back to the question? Does he need another trainer? No. Does he need another person that has another style that can add to it? Maybe
Contribute,
yes. They
yeah.
can contribute something, bring something to the table, not just a name. Bring talent to the table. If they were to hire me, I would definitely bring something to the table. If they were to hire Eddie Reynoso, he'd bring something to the table. Freddie Roach, he'd bring something to the table. You're talking about coaches that are knowledgeable and that just don't live off of, hey, I can train. We actually have resumes. We actually watch the mistakes. We watch the buildup. We pay attention to everything.
My last question for you as well. In your last fight against Estrada, you said in the last at the end of the fight that you believe that you guys that you got robbed. After watching the fight again on TV, how do you feel?
Well, if you watch it without the volume or watching a Spanish broadcast, we're not the only ones that said it. Just like I forget his name, the ESPN guy, he says, I had her winning 4 rounds. I said it's a 10-round fight. Where's the other 6? Who'd you give them to? You know, we were beating her on the way. When she kept coming in, we were punching her on the way out. And we had one eye. We did that with
Oh,
one eye.
that was my next question. If you guys had a rematch, or if that didn't happen, is it a different outcome?
I believe we would have stopped her. I believe we would have. We were way stronger than her.
Yes, I
Don't get
agree
me
on
wrong. Sanisa is a great fighter. I've known her since she was a young girl, little girl. But she had nothing. She didn't really have too much. Like she said, she was going to retire us. She was going to stop us. She was going to knock us out. She was going to, make us miss every punch. I mean, when he said, "Oh, you took her right hand away," like, no, we didn't. She didn't take our right hand away. We came with the left hook because she switched southpaw. So that's the knowledge that they saw in us. Like, can you imagine she had me in front of her, eye to eye? Okay, we're gonna go get the. I was working with the 9-inch gash cut, blood in her eye, fighting with the commission,
it. It was amazing.
and we still held our composure. By the third round, I said, I got to stop worrying about this cut. Let him do his job and me do my job. And we were hitting her when she was dipping. We were hitting her in the chest, the show. She was dipping into every punch. So we had an answer for everything that she came out with. Everything we had an answer to.
just the same thing with like, Ryan Garcia's showboating in the 12th round, her showboating and not being able to hurt her. I don't have love for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, there's a science of breaking a fighter down. And I just feel like, you know, I think casual fans need to understand that as well. When you see the
Yeah.
showboating and stuff like that, that happens in
Yeah.
fights.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't bother us, because but it just she helped us out, because people hate that, and then now you heard her get booed for about 5 minutes. Hear the coaching in her corner. Hear my coaching. There's a big difference. I outcoached the shit out of all them guys, all of them in that corner. Their thing was she can't fight backing up. Well, that's why Sunny Sue wasn't coming forward because the whole camp we were sparring backing up. We sparring lefties. We sparring pressure fighters. We had an answer for everything she had, and all they said was, "Please don't put your hands down. Please keep your hands up. Please don't come back up. Hit the body." Well, just look at the level of coaching that was, and you know that's all I gotta say. We don't care for the rematch. We're not begging for a rematch, but we will be her mandatory.
Nice. Well, God bless your success,
You
man. And
too.
when I did see you in the fight, I was like, "Oh, that's Alan's coach." I was like, "That's Alan's
Yeah,
coach."
Roxy. Hey.
Hello, how are you?
Good.
Well, God bless with your career.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Continue being blessed. Well, so Alan, talk to me. At the end of the day, do you feel like the Ryan Garcia that you know today is somebody different? From the guy that you met to now, because I mean, he just really beat Devin Haney right now, and I don't know. I mean, he
Bro,
has that paper. He got the
he is on top of the
pay-per-views on
world right now, bro.
Smash.
Yeah, bro, he's on top of the world right now. He's doing his thing. Yeah, for sure. I met him 4 years ago.
Super A side.
Yeah, like, yeah, like that fight. Not just him winning the fight, but the way he won the fight changed everything for him. You know what I mean? Person wise, yeah. I mean, I'm not the same person I was a year ago. I'm not the same person I was 6 months ago. You know what I mean? So yeah, he's still a great guy. He said it himself. People don't like him because he's an extrovert. He's outspoken. He likes to joke around, laugh, dance. All this stuff. People don't like that. People call it cringe. Hey, this guy just bagged over 30 million. You know what I mean? So people are always gonna find something to hate about. I just big
How'd you
congratulations to
have the
him.
fight before going into it, knowing that you've been in there sparring with him? How did you have the fight before it got started?
I said if it goes to decision, this is my honest truth. I said if it goes to decision, Devin Haney probably took it all rounds and outboxed them. If and I said, but if someone's getting stopped, then it's gonna be Ryan stopping Devin Haney. But I didn't think it was gonna be till like after the fourth, fifth round. Nah, bro, I'm telling you when he hit him with that left hook in the first round, I was at a sponsors all white party, bro, and everybody jumped up. Oh! Even people that were going for Devin Haney jumped up. Oh! Like, yeah, bro, it was just yeah, it was just crazy, man. Like Abner Mares was there, the Vargas brothers were there, Fernando Senior was there. Like everybody just jumped up. They're like, oh, like I'm telling you, bro, it was crazy, but it was like I said, it was a great fight for boxing in my opinion. Both big salute to both guys because they stepped up and they fought each other when all these guys are struggling to fight each other and make stuff happen. You know what I mean?
100%, 100%. Now he's obviously called out numerous of people after that. One of them was Jerron Ennis. What do you think about that fight?
I think I think Jerron I think Jerron beats him to be honest.
Too
He
big?
cause not just that, but man, that dude is crafty as hell.
He's nice.
He's got so many dimensions, bro. It's crazy. He's like he's not even 3D. He's like 6, 7D, bro. Like he's just got so many different dimensions, bro. Like it's crazy. I'm telling you,
Right.
bro's footwork is off the moon. His head movement, his punches. Yeah, they're
Short
not giving him
shots.
enough credit. I feel
Short
like
shot. Uh,
I
oh, and his little twitching head movement to counter is crazy.
and he knows exactly what he wants to throw, when he wants to throw it, how he wants to throw it, in the order he wants to throw it. He's good, bro.
It seemed like he could do it all.
Yeah, right now it seems like he can do that, but I can't wait to see him fight.
I like to see more
Everybody has their
combinations
fights,
with him though.
huh?
I like to see kind of like more breaking down combinations though. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? I think he gives you a lot of flash. Maybe it's because he hasn't really needed to. I don't know.
yeah. I was about to say that because like I
He's
wanna,
being a showman.
yeah, someone. I can't wait to see the fight where he's tested and he digs. You know, like they dig
Crawford,
deep down.
that Crawford
Yeah,
fight.
I don't think that fight will happen unless at 154, but because I don't think Crawford
Stay
fights at 147 no
positive
more.
though. Yeah, exactly. So you got to stay. But I think that fight happens.
Yeah, at 147 or 54.
54.
54 for a
Yep.
title. I'm sure they're waiting for a title to hit the line though.
You already know because these
None.
guys are not like superstars. So the title
Yeah,
gotta bring more value to the fight.
yeah. They not like Ryan Garcia who's saying screw the belt. You know they got millions on the line. Yeah, bro.
Right. Like say if Haney gets stripped, right, because he don't want to fight at 140 no more,
Hmm.
right? I can see the rematch if they decide to do a rematch. Uh, I think they could figure out a way to for the rematch to sell more.
Yeah,
I think they can figure it out. You know,
but
but with Bill Haney in the media and all that,
I think he stays at 140 though. It, I think he's still. I think what I think after this
they
fight, what
could
he
do a
needs to
catch
do,
weight. They could do a catch weight at 144.
he's not gonna want to. I don't think so because he said it himself. Devin said we could rematch, but this time at weight.
You think Ryan wants that belt?
Ryan doesn't want the belt. Ryan doesn't care about the belt.
That's the money.
Yo,
Ryan's been saying that for years that he don't care about the
no,
belt.
no, yeah, he told y'all because y'all y'all in the actual like in front of each other. But yo, he told the media, yeah, this means a lot to me. It's my first champion. It's my first title fight.
He's supposed to say that.
Yeah, got him.
Yeah, but like I said, but people don't remember when 3 years ago he said, "I don't care about belts," and people started clowning him for that. He said, "I don't care about belts. I make millions without the belts."
hmm
Wasn't lying. You know what I mean? I mean, don't get me
Not
wrong.
at all.
Belts are there for a reason, but Ryan just doesn't care about the belts. He's gonna sell. He's gonna make millions with or without belts. I think what Devin Haney needs to do is fight a big fight, but with time. Give himself time. You know what I mean? That'll be. I think that'll be great and that'll be legendary.
Did
Cause
he fight
say,
the winner or loser of Blair Cobbs and oh no, you said stay at 40, right?
yeah.
So you
Now
don't think
Derek.
he's weight draining himself to get that to that weight?
Good, thank you. Can I call you
I don't know.
about?
I don't know, cause he's brought up that he wants to stay at 140. So he said in
Yeah.
interviews, you know. So
Yeah, he did say he wanted to be undisputed at 140.
I want to see him and Tio though,
Me too.
or maybe even him and Jermaine. Jermaine Ortiz. I think that'll be a good fight.
That's
But
a
Jermaine
bet.
has to come forward though.
I think in that fight he would. I think that with Tio got that pop, right? Haven't you been there with Tio inside too?
Nah, I've never sparred Tio.
But you cool with Tio, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah,
Oh no, you're more roly. You're more roly,
yeah. I've been more in the gym with Rolly than anything.
right? Yeah. So, what you think? Who would be a good fight for a comeback fight? I
For
think to
who?
be real, you take advantage of Pitbull Cruz because he's smaller. You better not get hit though, bro. You
Yeah,
better not
For
get
Devin
hit,
Haney?
son.
yeah,
Yeah. You
that's
as
No.
crazy? That's crazy. Yeah, that's craziness. Cause he don't got enough to push Pitbull back, huh?
Yeah. No. Yeah. No.
Pitbull strong at 140, huh?
Yeah, bro. He came in ripped too on the scale. I thought he was gonna come in. I didn't expect that. I thought he was gonna come in like all fluffy on the scale. No, he came in ripped, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Dude was ready to go, ready to roll. I would watch Teo and Pitbull. Not gonna lie,
But it's a dangerous fight for him.
I think it's a dangerous fight for both the guys, Teo and Pitbull.
Well, Pitbull's a dangerous fight for anybody.
Yeah,
That's not a single fight for nobody.
yeah, it's not a tune-up fight for nobody. I mean, he's a world champion, bro.
So basically, stay away from the champions because we're definitely not going to be knocking on the Puerto Rican Terminator with the blonde mohawk, Subin Matias. You know what I'm saying? We're
Yeah,
gonna leave him alone, right?
that guy's that guy's good, but he's also got a good fight lined up in front of him too.
Liam Paro, what you know about Liam Paro?
But I like that guy. I like him. He's a good southpaw. He's strong.
You spot him?
No, but I watched his fight, bro. He hit his last fight. Who was it? Love 1-2 through
Montana.
the Montana. Yeah, 1-2 through the guard and dropped him, bro. Through the guard, just straight
Yeah,
down the pipe.
I seen some fights. He got an uppercut. Everything he throw with that left hand is pretty good.
Yeah, bro, and he's you know what I mean. He looks like a pretty good size 140.
Strength and conditioning videos look good.
Yeah, I was actually gonna tell my coach because we're going to Vegas. I think next week for a week. I'm
going to that fight.
You gonna go to a Puerto Rico fight?
Yeah, I'm there. I already got everything. Airbnb, tickets, everything.
That's
Passes,
right. My guy
all that.
ready.
We live.
Oh
Puerto
yeah.
Rico. Manatee, baby.
Yeah, we're actually debating on going out to that one. We might, but we just got to see what. Because I'm already looking at my next fights after this one. So
Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, man. The Haney fans, they're in here. They're like, what they saying?
oh, you know what? Someone brought up Devin better go fight Sandor Martin. I think that would be a good fight.
Sandor, because he's known to not necessarily have too much pop, but he's a sharp dude, man.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You don't want to watch Devin Haney just come back and just completely.
Haney not the greatest with southpaws either.
Where there's knowledge, there's less fear.
I like that one, but Sandor Martin is nobody to play with when it comes to boxing and knowledge.
Yeah, that's true, man.
That
But
theory
no,
doesn't work in this fight, brother.
I'm saying if Devin Haney gets more knowledge with southpaw fighters, then he'll get more comfortable. The faster you can get comfortable with the fighter with your opponent, that's why it's so important working on styles. The faster you can get in there and get comfortable with your opponent's style, the quicker you get comfortable, the more you can let your shots off, know what you're doing. Yeah, take away their best punch, take away anything they do best, and you just start working your stuff off the rip. If you take a whole 3-4 rounds to get comfortable with your opponent, game over. And that's just a 12-round fight. You know what I mean?
In your opinion, do you think we'll ever see the Gervonta Tank Davis and Devin Haney fight now?
Yeah, but I think it's gonna be down the line. Somebody's gonna weigh somebody out.
You think Bill will put him in there with that monster? You're gonna put him in there. You're gonna put him in there while Tank is in his ultimate prime.
Yeah, because I'm telling you, somebody's gonna weigh somebody
He's
out.
a man. He's a man.
Yeah, but somebody's gonna weigh somebody out. I'm
No
telling you.
young man. No. I am a prime man.
A grown man.
A grown man that. Listen, I've seen a lot of great boxers. You put them in a street fight, they bend. They get soft. Tank looked like one of those ones that he really breaks shit on a street fight too.
Yeah, he ultimate, bro. That dude's bad, man. I'm telling
He
you.
really
No, but
breaks
like I
shit
said,
on a freak. Yo,
this fight will be. It'll be down the line.
Worse.
That's
This
a
street
fight
no
that's
gloves?
down the
Oh
line,
my
though.
god. That's hospital bill. You gotta have your insurance on Smash. You fight Tank, your insurance bill. You fight Tank. You fight Subin Matias. You fight Terrence Crawford, Boots Ennis. Arthur better beef. You better have your insurance ready to go. Call them.
Man.
You know, you gotta call them and then make sure like you check up on them. You know, week by week, every day.
Yeah, bro. All those names you just named out are bad people, man. Strong punchers, but No, that fight, like I said, somebody's gonna weigh somebody out. That fight will be later on down the line. Because if it makes dollars, it makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you fight Tank. Well, you know what? With Tank, you know what? It's not bad because I think you get knocked out, in one shot or two. But you fight guys like Matias. It's like they're gonna
Punish.
dump. Yeah, they're gonna mess up your life. You know what I'm saying? But at least with Tank, you go to Tankwell, real quick, and then
then
and then you be alright after.
you wake up with a couple M's in the bank. Man,
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Back to the Tyson era again. You want to fight Mike?
man, what do you think about Tank at 140?
Tank at 140 pounds.
Cause Tank's been looking really slim lately, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Like he looks like he's like, you know what I mean?
I believe he's in a completely big disadvantage. I think he's in a huge disadvantage on the size. I think that he could. I think he can do great things at 135. I think he could. You know, who don't want to see the Tank and Shakur fight? Like who don't? I mean, I understand, but there's other fights too. That I just heard Ryu might fight Pitbull Cruz. We thought it was going to be the De Los Santos.
Well, that's at 140 though.
That's at 140. So Ryu's moving up.
Well, yeah, I'm sure Ryo's not gonna fight Cruz at 135 if he's got a belt at 140.
True, but no. But I also heard uh the way where Ryu is ranked. This check this out. Where Ryu is ranked is mandatory position. Him and William Cepeda for
35.
Tank.
Oh,
For the WBA title that Tank got at 135, which reminds you what the belt that Pitbull Cruz holds at 40 is what WBA. You know what I mean? So why wouldn't I take Ryu's positioning and get a Tank fight versus F that belt and whoever wants it and whoever that guy is? You know what I'm saying? Think about
yeah.
it. Think about it.
I just think that you could tell how much that the belt means to Pitbull though. You know what I mean? You
Yeah, but
know?
you know what? A Tank payday, he tasted one before, and this one be bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
This one
definitely
be
got more
bigger.
to his resume now too.
And the science of that fight, they might do it at a catch weight, and it could be for that belt too, right? Still, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
I
Maybe
don't know,
I'm
man.
wrong.
We just,
I
I
have
guess
I,
it
I
all
have seen
depends.
some. I have seen some crazy things in boxing.
Yeah.
Um, but nevertheless, man, it's always a pleasure chopping it up with you, man. You have a great IQ when it comes down to your mind, and that obviously transitions into the ring. If you guys don't know about my man Alan Garcia, check him out. Let everybody know when you're fighting, and my man. Oh, if you didn't know, because we already did this, but he signed the Top Rank, just to let y'all know.
Yeah. Nah, yeah, fighting May 18th. The Pachanga Arena in San Diego, California. 130. I didn't even tell you I'm fighting a 140 pounder. But we're meeting at 130, 137, 38.
Okay, okay.
So
Yo, are you good with your weight? Are you feel comfortable? Like you
yeah,
could
but
put
I
a
weighed in
title fight?
135. I weighed in 135.8, .9 my last fight, and the guy came in like 2 pounds over.
Yeah, but you look like a big kid. It look like when it's time for you to like I don't know about how your team moves because different fighters are different. Sometimes these guys they seek legacy early and stuff like that. But you probably go for a title shot at more 140, right? And yeah,
Bro, I'm telling you,
or is this just
I'm
like a
good at
healthy? This
35.
is just to be healthy because you're young, right?
No, I'm
To do
I'm just
catch
like
weights.
I make the 135 good. Like
It
Brad
don't matter.
Brad
It's not
Goodman
for a title.
Brad Goodman was the one who told me. He's like, yeah, we don't. He's like, you don't need to make the 130. He's like, you can make 35. I was like, yeah, I can make 35. He's like, but we don't need you to if it's not for a title fight. He was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, but where do you
we
want to
can
be ranked though? That's the thing that you have to be. Eventually, you got to think about.
35.
You want to be ranked at 35?
Yeah, I'm already I think top 25 in the US and top 105 in the world for 135. So I'm trying to keep,
Got you.
yeah, whenever I got to cut more than 10%, 9% water to make 35, then that's a whole different story, but I'm not even at that point yet, bro. Like I make this way like cake. I joke around still. I have fun. Like one day I'll release a behind the scenes video, and everybody will get to see it, and they'll be like, damn, this guy really does that.
All
Yeah,
right.
bro. Like sometimes I'll even like. There's been times where I've gotten to have breakfast before weigh-ins. Like, I mean, it's not like a crazy big breakfast, but I got to have a little bit of breakfast and eggs or and water before weigh-ins, and I go on about my business.
Listen, when you told me one time in an interview, you said you got the best team in boxing. And listen, bro, at the end of the day, I believe that you have a great team in boxing, a great team in boxing, and with the chemistry that you guys build over the time that you guys already have, and the more growth that is coming, you guys are gonna be great. So I can't wait to see you in your next bout and for the future ones as well. Make sure you let everybody know where they can find you on your social media as well, ladies.
Follow me at kid.kansas on Instagram, Alan Garcia on Facebook. And yeah, just stay tuned. Looking to put on another great fight in May. I'm excited, active this year. So we're just gonna keep it going. I appreciate you for having me, my guy.
You already know, man. Blessings, man. God bless you. As
Appreciate you,
well,
bro.
God bless. Adios. Bendiciones y todo. Can't
All
wait
right,
to
we'll
see
see you
y'all.
later, my boy. See ya.
See ya. Subscribe to Mill City Boxing on YouTube. What's going on? What's going on, Punch? What's going on? You beat me to it. I was supposed to talk with Henry the other day. But let's chop it up. Let's talk about it. I never really I seen only a clip. Salute, Coach Calvin. I just spoke to Gary Antoine Russell. We're going to be doing an interview tonight around 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. So we're doing another night session. We're going to be having Gary Antoine Russell. So I was talking to Coach Calvin, which he's a strength and conditioning coach. He's right here as well. So salute to you, Coach Calvin. I was speaking highly of you with Antoine today, just to let you know, Coach. We got my man Dream. We got my man Punch Drunk Boxing. What's going on? Salute to y'all guys. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. We talking boxing. We talking talk to me nice, ladies and gentlemen. We did so many interviews yesterday. I'm glad that I was supposed to do an interview with Henry Garcia today. Hopefully it continues. But my man Punch did one yet last night. Beat me to it. So you know what? Let's share with him. Let's see if we can get some exclusive content with him as well. And let's have an amazing show. We just did an interview with my man Kid Kansas. Make sure you guys check it out if you haven't. Make sure you guys go out your way to smash that like button as well. All right. So my man Punch, talk to me. What's the goodies? What's the goodies?
Mill City Boxing. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button, everybody. Smash that like button like you was smashing your shorty last night. And if you was a smashing your shorty, at least you could smash the like button. Feel me? Tell the homies that you smashed her in the night. Or in the morning, whatever we at. Anyway, yeah. Henry Garcia, man. Yo, I never seen this side of Henry Garcia. He is lit. He is still mad that people went against his son.
Bro, I talked to him last night.
He's lit, bro. Ronco. You know what I'm saying? He don't got his voice, but hey, man, look, let's be honest, man. His son got heavily criticized. A lot of people didn't believe in him. He was a major underdog. Had to take evaluations with the New York City Commission to see if he could fight mentally, all that stuff. So, yo, I know this was a great win. He's in the I told you so parade right now. But yeah, man, he said a lot of stuff, man. He went after Timothy Bradley.
Seen that clip?
You see that? He called him the Gigi juice.
Yeah.
He said Paulie Malignaggi, called out Paulie Malignaggi, Chris Algieri, said that Bill Haney, trainer father of Devin Haney, that Devin Haney should get rid of his dad because because his dad is gonna get him killed.
I seen that. Wow.
That's damn near facts. It was a lot. So, yeah, man. And he's talking about Harvey Dock as well. Harvey Dock, the referee, he was totally biased. The judge, the 112. So, yeah, man, it was a whole lot of smoke.
Salute to my guy Duke Reagan. What's going on, Duke? You win your belt. I'ma join in a minute. All right, no doubt, bro. So, salute. So, I mean, let's talk a little bit about this, this fight a little bit, and let's talk about what's next. The title of today's session is there's nowhere to hide. Okay? There's nowhere to hide. And when I'm not talking about with just Haney, I'm talking about Ryan Garcia as well. Now, the difference is Ryan Garcia is at the mountain peak. He took a couple steps down after losing to Tank, but also just went up a whole bunch more. Now, he is the A side looking into this boxing stuff, so we got to keep that in mind. Any big fight could possibly be happening, right? He called out probably 6 different people since he's won. Okay? Mm-hmm. What's next for Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney? There's nowhere to hide, so let's talk about it.
Devin, like you just said, Ryan got the leverage, so Devin don't really. And then this is where Devin kind of fucked himself too, because he's on a fight to fight deal. He's not on a contract. So since you lost this fight, you kind of put your stock on hold. So he has no leverage. So like they were trying to say before the fight, you gonna have to see Sandor Martin.
That's also a threat.
You're gonna have to see him.
There's nowhere to hide. Anytime I hear threat or good like matchup, I'm gonna say it. There's nowhere to hide. All right. So you saying Sandor Martin? You think he should go that route coming back?
Yep. He gonna have to go. He gonna have to go and approve it.
That's dangerous though. Southpaws ain't his best look.
It's gonna have to be Sandor Martin, and to me, it's gonna have to be Matias. That's the only way you're gonna get back to the top.
Whoa! I'm gonna get into that in a second. All right, I'm gonna let Punch go and cook. Yo, Punch, there's nowhere to hide. Let's go.
I think, of course, there's nowhere to hide because I think that he's in the deepest division in the sport of boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just go through like 1 through 10, even through 1 through 13, you know what I'm saying? Any given day, you can lose to the number 1, to the number 7, to the number 10. So there is nowhere to hide in that division. In terms of, I think, to be honest, he'd probably be more safe even if he moves up. He'll probably be more safe at 147 because 147 is becoming a ghost town.
But
outside of Boots Ennis.
Don't you think that these conversations with Bill speaking upon fighting Mario Barrios and guys like that was the reasons where the safe zone was to probably stay away from these guys? But then you got one guy saying that, you got one guy, Devin Haney, saying the other thing. Devin Haney saying everything that he wants to say, what a fighter wants to say. He's saying that he want to be undisputed at 140 pounds. But then you got, Bill saying, hey, I'll probably go up to 47. So you got mixed narratives. You feel what I'm saying? Like you got 2 people saying the same thing. You got Eddie Hearn saying he's going to vacate the belt. You know what I mean? And then you got Devin Haney saying he go undisputed. So we got a lot of things going on, and we got to touch up on it. But my bad for stopping you.
No, you know that boxing is a small community, right? And look how the Haneys was going after Floyd Mayweather. Now, if they want that Mario Barrios fight, they got to go to PBC. And I don't think that's going to work.
There's nowhere to hide.
Exactly. He's going to put a stop to that, in my opinion. Either get the Sandor Martin, either drop your belt, or pay, with the money that you just earned, pay another step-aside money to Sandor Martin, and maybe get unification bout with Teofimo Lopez. He could do that again if he wants to. So I think that could probably be next for Ryan Garcia. We just talking Devin Haney right now, or are we moving on Ryan?
Nah, you could. You know what? We'll go. Let's go with HLD. We'll start with him and that Devin Haney. We'll know where to hide, and then we'll go and run it around and see where we'll go back to Dream and see where to hide for Ryan. Let's go. HLD, what's going on, man? What's going on?
What's going on, Papa? Everybody on the panel, Punch. Who else is on the panel? What up?
This is Dream, another member of Mill City Boxing. Dream in the building.
I'm in the words of Henry Garcia, Devin Haney is finished. And it's not about a loss, and it's the way you lose. And he got exposed for everything that he never was.
So I didn't get to see that interview. Can you give us something here of what got said?
That will Punch be more on it because you don't interview the man. But I'm just saying.
You did.
I caught up.
I thought you said Robert Garcia.
No.
Because Robert Garcia dropped the interview too, and on Fight Hype.
No, I was talking the one that punched it.
All right, está bien.
And Devin Haney, he is what he always was, a good disciplined fighter with no special effects. And he finally fought somebody who's at his size, who has special effects, is not even as disciplined as he is at all, is not as skillful, but he's got the X factor, and Devin Haney has 0 X factors. He's been a product of perfect matchmaking. His next move, if he decides to come back, it's without a doubt has to be Sandor Martin.
Nowhere to hide.
It's his mandatory. He's got to fight him. That's it.
Mm.
And then after that, maybe a Hitchinson, maybe a Barboza. But as far as considered to be elite status fighter, he got exposed that he is nothing of that.
I like the Barboza undefeated fighter. It kind of like it doesn't look too bad coming right in. It looked like you coming in strong.
He's gonna have to fight those type of guys. Hitchinson, Barboza, Sandor Martin, but none of those guys are either. None of those guys are special fighters. If we thought Devin was moving, how can he fight this too? All you gotta do is look at the resume. It doesn't lie, man. He fought Santiago. He fought an old ass Gamboa. He paid step-aside money to fight Linares to avoid Fortuna, who at the time was so young and had some slickness in his game. He fought a busted-ass Linares, couldn't do really shit with him. Then he fought a blown-up Jojo Diaz, who gave him probably his toughest fight up to that point in his career. And then what happened? He fought the luckiest guy in the planet, Cambosos, who is still a real C-class fighter.
Mm.
And he lost to the little old Lomachenko. His only good win that he has that I give him credit for is what he did with Prograis. Prograis, even though he's still old and whatnot, Prograis was on the coming up. And even though he had a bad performance too with Zorilla, but that's about the only win that I can say. Okay, he got it off the champion. He got off a guy who was a real champion in my eyes. If y'all thought Devin Haney record was, or not record, but the way he moved was careful product. What do you think it's gonna be now? So all he can say is Devin Haney can still move carefully now and fight the Sandor Martins, fight the Hitchinsons, fight the Barbozas of the world, maybe a Jose Ramirez because he's older now too, and that's about it. You can forget about fighting. Teofimo Lopez is gonna smoke him. I mean, if you want to throw it in and bring it, I don't have a problem with it. They want to make the fight, but I don't know where Teo sits with that because I know he wants that guy to decide if I bottle first.
Here we go with your shit. Listen. We got to continue to stay on the topic. Lonos, I got you. Just give me a second, man. Let everybody cook. We got members here.
But that's what it is for Haney.
All right.
Other than that, he's done.
All right, cool. I got you. Now, Dream, nowhere to hide, Ryan Garcia. Does he have more places to hide or does he have less places to hide than Devin? Just go.
Got way more. He got the leverage. So, I think shit. Like you said, he caught out about 6 people. I done heard shit.
The leverage is one thing, right? but remember skills too. You know, you still got to win the fight. You still whatever fight that he chooses, he got to win it. So what do you think? It could be the 47 guys, or he can get the guys from 40 to go up and do a catchweight. I already talked to Regis. He said I wouldn't want to do it, but the payday gonna be crazy. So he said he have to do it. And that's how other fighters are gonna believe and think as well. So go. Where should Ryan Garcia go?
I mean, shit.
There's nowhere to hide.
If you're going to 147, or 145 catchweight, I would say that like, I mean, a Regis would be a decent name for him. I think shit. He was talking also about fighting the MMA guy. But
right now, Devin, you got to give Ryan. So you know what? Ryan did go to an Oscar Duarte in between the Tank fight. All right. So do you think he goes? Does he hide?
He's going. His next fight it's not going to be as hard. It's not going to be. I guess.
Why would Ryan Garcia fight a guy that he just beat up the way he did that Devin beat the guy? Like, I don't know. I think we just gotta earn the Ryan Garcia fight a little bit.
He's gonna move smart. He took a Duarte fight, then he took a Haney fight. Now he'll take another type of a Duarte fight. Yeah, he's not gonna take another hard. No,
but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying, Dream, right? It's like I don't think it makes sense to go Regis. I mean, the only person that's really benefiting that is Regis.
I mean, he also said something about Conor Ben too.
There it is. There you go. Okay. So now we're talking 47. So now that's a winnable fight. That's a winnable fight. That's a big fight. That's a big fight. That's a big fight. That's a big fight. We have to admit. So that's where you going with it. All right. Punch. Where's he going? Ryan Garcia. There's nowhere to hide.
I think it makes sense. I think it makes perfect sense. I think that Ryan Garcia don't duck. So I think that Ryan Garcia and Tio, I think it makes perfect sense in my opinion. By going by what he was saying in the post press conference, and he was saying
at 147 punch you talking about?
Yeah, because he'll have to move up. I spoke to his dad yesterday, and his dad said that they probably got one more fight if they can't get a unification bout or a Matias fight, and within this year that they're moving up to 147.
So do you see that the winner of Giovanni Santilli and Brian Norman fighting Keo?
I do see that. I do see that.
That's for the vacant belt. That's the fight right there for the WBO vacant belt.
As a matter of fact, I spoke to him about that like several hours ago, and that would be a good fight with Giovanni because he's with Top Rank. Right. You know, in 140, there's no top ranked fighters, so they're gonna have to go and do a co-promotional deal to get a Teofimo Lopez fight at 140. You know what I'm saying? So I think that if they could do a co-promo with Golden Boy Promotions, Bob Arum and Oscar De La Hoya is in good standing. Ryan Garcia has said that he would like to fight Teofimo Lopez after the Devin Haney, and he said he would like to fight Teofimo Lopez after the Gervonta Tank Davis. So they would like to fight the T.O. I don't know if they want to fight him more than Pitbull Cruz at the moment, but I think that's another thing. If he wants to go to 154, like he said in the post fight conference, he said 154.
That's not happening anytime soon.
So you think he gonna fight Fundora?
He said Fundora, but I like the Virgil Ortiz fight.
I heard something about EJ as well.
I like the Virgil Ortiz.
Yo, didn't Ryan beat Virgil in the amateurs?
Yeah, exactly. So just like they painted.
Damn.
Just like they painted this picture with Devin the Dream Haney.
So that's yours right there. Why don't you just say Virgil? Why you gotta promote Tio? You know that's not gonna happen.
I said 154. I said Virgil. I said it the other time when I was here, Virgil Ortiz and Ryan Garcia.
Esa una buena right there. I like that one. That's a real one.
They could do it in Texas.
That's a real one.
That's gonna happen in about another year.
Esa una pelea de verdad ahí.
Another thing with that Virgil Ortiz, that Charles Conwell Virgil Ortiz coming along pretty nice. Charles Conwell looked good this last fight. I think what's gonna happen is what I always said from before this fight from Saturday. Well, this is what I thought was planned for Garcia-Haney, but now I think it's a plan for Ryan. The winner of that fight now is going to be ranked at 147, which was going to be with the WBC. It's going to be Ryan Garcia. He's going to end up fighting if they can co-promote it, which I don't see why not, against Barrios for the WBC belt. Teo moves up and then fights the winner of Norman Jr. and Santi Young for the WBO belt. And those then those two guys are going to then meet up for a unification fight at 147. And I think that's a big fight. I think that it's safe to say that what Devin was talking about Barrios and shit, Ryan kind of stole that Barrios fight from Devin. Yeah, exactly. And he's going to have the ranking for it because the WBC, you saw what they did, man. They put a picture of Ryan Garcia with a picture with a belt on around him. He said, they're frauds over there, man. He's frauds over there, man. He's just he's crazy, but he knows what he's doing for his business.
They'll be crazy and give Ryan Garcia a franchise belt.
Yo, guys, I gotta keep running these questions though. We got a super chat here. Road Rage 860. Thank you for the $2. Ryan versus Matias. Thoughts on it? Thoughts on it? Now, listen, guys. People want to go and say that Ryan don't got a Mexican fan base, right? I disagree.
I disagree.
I definitely
disagree. First of all, Ryan has a Mexican.
This is way bigger than Pitbull, Cruz, and Subi and Matias. Let's be real.
And he has a huge casual fan base. Ryan Garcia has a huge following of all demographics across the board. I don't give a fuck what race you are. He has fans backing him, and he's got the young generation of fans backing him up. And when we talk about the ladies, all on lockdown.
So check this out. We could also see an easy fight too. We could, because I noticed one thing. This weekend we got Jojo Diaz versus Oscar Duarte. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's a tough fight for Jojo as well because Duarte's a bull. But in the same time, does he have the skills to be able to beat him? He needs to let his hands go. If he gets the Ryan Garcia fight after to build more of a Mexican fan base, do you think that Oscar would do that? I mean, we gotta think about fights also that in the Golden.
Isn't that 135?
No, they're fighting at a catch weight. We did an interview yesterday with Jojo.
Oh, okay.
I think everybody that gets
they're fighting at 136. So you see what they did right there? Now Duarte's fighting at 136 after fighting Ryan at 140 something.
What is that? Everybody's blown up over.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
Also, let's be honest. The 140-pound division never used to be a division where people stay there. It was like a short trip to 147.
Facts, because it's always so much money at 47.
Yeah, the only guy that stayed there a long time has been Josh Taylor.
But his highest payday was probably Teofimo Lopez, and then he's had some good fights. I ain't gonna hold you. I just don't know how they gonna pay him like that, But anyway, let me get into the super chat. Shamir, thank you for the $5. Don't sleep on Barrios. That's not a transitional fight. That's a tough fight. Okay.
I disagree. I think Ryan Garcia will do to him worse than Thurman did to Barrios.
Oy.
And stops him.
Oy. What are y'all thoughts?
I think Barrios got great momentum. I even think that Tank and then Thurman fight really helped him out. The next fight he had a knockout in San Antonio, and then he beat Dennis Fugas. And I think that young fighters like that, I don't know how he's not that young, but fighters like that does need a good veteran in their resume, like Dennis Fugas. And I think that he got momentum up. I think that Bob Santos has done a wonderful job with Mario Barrios. I think it'll be a tough fight. I think it'll be a good fight. Mario Barrios and Ryan Garcia.
Hey Henry, you listening? Let's get that WBC belt out for Barrios, man. So we can make that unification with Teo coming up. Let's go. I don't want to bring this. I don't mean to bring this up or anything, but it's just a point that I noticed earlier. Tank last 3 of his 5 opponents have won world championships after the fight. It could be 4 if Ryan would have made weight.
We got here Boxing Brief, a member of Mill City Boxing for 2 months. Salute. My guy, I told him Ryan was gonna win. Salute to Box D1 Boxing Edit. Appreciate you, man. You told it. Let's get it.
Tanky anorexic claws. Man, that's what I'm gonna call him. Tanky anorexic claws. Oh boy, no.
Alright.
Yo, Mills, do you think that Tank Davis should take his offer? He tweeted not almost an hour ago, but he tweeted that Gervonta Tank Davis fight him at 144 pounds.
He ain't gonna take that.
You know that's a far stretch. That would be the heaviest the Tank has ever been in. You know, from don't you think from doing what did they do, a catch weight at 136?
Yeah.
And then they did a hydration clause from that to 144.
Tank ain't gonna fight nobody that he's off balance, guys. Let's just keep it a buck.
I mean, Tank don't want to fight guys right now at 40 right now. So I don't see that happening.
Needs to be pushed on Shakur. That's the fight right there. Those guys. Lomachenko and Navarrete.
It's not because Tank wouldn't do it. It's more because it's the truth. Yo, HLD, I'm gonna speak the truth though. I this is what I believe. You know what I'm saying? This is what I truly believe. I don't believe that Tank's really out here saying, nah, man, he's too heavy. Nah, I think that he believes in what he believes in, but I think that the people around him, they put these things around and be like, listen, yeah, we'll do what you want, Tank, but this is how we gonna do it.
What happened? But when you're a guy like Tank, why was Ryan Garcia able to put his foot down and say, let's motherfucking make this happen? I don't give a fuck. You see, let's stop the excuses, man. I'm sorry that I'm there, but this bullshit of babysitting Tank and that everybody around him has their finger up his ass and they're telling him what to do and all
I'm speaking upon why I believe it won't happen.
Canelo been doing this shit for years.
Yes, I understand. But the thing about it is that it's not just look, bro. Like Ryan's doing it to people, Tank's doing it to people, Canelo's doing it to people. Anybody that's selling, anyone that's selling tickets.
Every time somebody want to hold Gervonta Tank Davis accountable.
You about to say Canelo Alvarez? I know you about to say that. Listen. You're a draw. You're gonna dictate things. This boxing game goes and revolves around money. It's a business. Regardless of the fact of how the fights we don't get at the time we get them.
That's not involving with legacy fighters. This is bullshit.
Right. It doesn't matter though. I'm speaking upon the draw aspect of it. Regardless of besides the accolades. Besides that. Money is the one that really dictates this, guys. I'm sorry.
You're gonna tell me that a Tank Lomachenko fight wouldn't be a lot of money?
It'll be a fight. It'll be a fire fight. It'll be a fire fight, and it'll make money.
And it'll make what? More money than any of the other fights he's had he taken it already?
I don't know. I mean,
Loma doesn't want it. They don't want it because they know they're gonna lose the fucking cash cow.
I don't know.
Or get exposed like Devin Haney just did.
Yeah, that's a great fight. Regardless of the fact, I want to see it.
I want to see it.
I want to see it.
What, at 37, 38 years old, Lomachenko? No, man. That train is.
Let me tap in Low Nose, right? So that way he can get his take, because he's been waiting. And then Punch, I need you to come back because you know what I'm saying. Like I need to get more into that interview.
All right. I'm listening now.
All right. If I can't get Henry on today, the best thing I could do is do that.
Hey, are we gonna talk about D-Hop?
Absolutely. I seen what you sent me. I appreciate what you sent me. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That was fire. I was like, whoa. Anyway, we'll get to that. Let me get Low Nose on here. Now he says punch don't go. Oh, punch don't go. No, now is right now. We're gonna get you on low. You're gonna speak your piece. We got another member of Mill City Boxing. We got all members here right now on the panel. So, low.
Yo.
Let's get it. Talk to me nice or don't talk to me at all. Salute. You there? How's the signal? You got the Bernie? You got the Bernie signal or what? Talk to me.
Go to Starbucks, man. Go to Starbucks. Yo, listen, but first I want to talk about Ryan Garcia. You know, we talking about 140. Now we talking. Ryan Garcia showed me that he might be the biggest puncher between 135 and 140. And I even say harder than Tank. A lot of people have been talking about his power. That's the fastest, most dangerous left hook I've seen in those weight classes since the young Oscar De La Hoya. I don't like his style. I don't like his fundamentals. I don't like his defense. But he got a puncher's chance for anybody.
But he's cracking more. Is he cracking more than Terrence Crawford in boots?
We're not talking about one punch wise. I mean, I'm talking about 140, 147. I don't even want to talk about him fighting those guys because he's gonna get killed with those weight classes.
But that's what he said it. I have to talk about what these guys say.
I don't believe it. Even though he fought the guys he called out, I don't believe that. He got a lot of guys at 140 he can fight. Ryan Garcia.
So tell me, nowhere to hide. Talk to me. I'm gonna ask you those two questions. This is the segment. Nowhere to hide. When it comes down to Devin Haney, nowhere to hide. Let me know. Where can he go?
Devin Haney, all right. Here's my thing with Devin Haney. I'm not gonna write him off and throw him in the garbage because he lost. I don't do that.
Where can he go?
But I will say he needs to take a break. And if he really wants to rebuild, he got to do what Teofimo did. Take a fight a beatable fight, a winnable fight, and then go in there and take a gamble like Teo did. And
explain yourself.
Like I told you in your DM, right? Teo and Devin could possibly be bigger than ever, but two things have to happen. First, Devin Haney has to rebuild himself and take on a killer like a Subriel Matias.
You shook me. Yo, so he does that. He does that. Low nose. He does that. We're never gonna get the Teo fight.
Bro, that
what the hell we talking about here? Come on.
Let me cook. Two things have to happen, right?
Let's go.
Teo and Devin have damn near the same accolades. Both guys were undisputed at 135. One was a controversial undisputed in the eyes of many, except for me, because I acknowledge it's undisputed. And Devin was undisputed, right? Teo fought Caposo and lost. He created a mess. He spilled the whole jar all over the floor. Devin Haney cleaned that mess. Teo went to 140 and dominated Josh Taylor, right? Devin went to 140, dominated Regis Prograis. Now, Devin Haney's pad got busted all over the floor, right? So Devin Haney needs to rebuild himself and reclaim greatness by taking a gamble and facing that killer from Puerto Rico. And Teo needs to clean up Devin Haney's mess and take on Ryan Garcia and beat Ryan Garcia. If he can do that, and if Devin can beat Subriel, now we got two guys that beat the conqueror of the other guy, and that fight is back in business. So I'm not going to write Devin Haney off, and I'm not going to say anybody could just beat him just because of that. And mind you, I'm not an Haney guy at all, but I'm not going to throw.
But you do got Haney over Matias still though, right?
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, if Subriel can cut the distance, Subriel's not a big puncher like Ryan. He's not a one-punch guy.
What's your prediction, though? What's your prediction, though? What's your prediction?
My prediction right now?
Because you're saying that he needs to fight a killer like Subriel Matias to redeem himself to get that Teofimo Lopez. I need to make this shit make... You know what I'm saying? I'm getting fogged up. So talk to me.
I don't think Devin can hurt Subriel. And if Devin can't hurt him, he can't keep him off him, it could be bad. But you got to take the gamble. You got to take the gamble. So
you're going 50-50 on it, I'm assuming.
We're asking for your answer, my man. 50-50.
You're going 50-50. So you're putting him to take a chance. Now, do you put him to take a chance in his next fight with Subriel? You said, or he needs somebody else first. Does he need a confidence booster?
Sandro Martin is not a good fight for him because these kids nowadays look. He has no leverage.
Where does he hide? Where does he hide? Where does he hide?
Barbosa.
I like that fight. I like that.
Jose Ramirez might get served up to Ryan because of the style. You know what I'm saying?
I like Ramirez.
Yeah, Jose Ramirez.
Nah, I like Ryan. My bad. I'm sorry.
He has to. He's gonna get stripped.
Then if he fights Sandor, I'm gonna be real with you. Ryan Garcia, to me, eliminated the importance of that belt. That belt don't count no more for me. That belt don't matter. The style matters. He got
that, but he still is mandated to fight.
Devin should vacate that belt because that belt is not respected no more. Now it's an email belt.
Do you feel like he needs to move up and fight those guys at welterweight with some real pop?
He couldn't crack the guys at 140. So he's gonna crack the guys at welterweight? Come on, man. Come on, no way.
So does he have a glass jaw? Does he have a glass jaw? Yes or no?
No, I'm not gonna say that because anybody Ryan Garcia hits with that left hook is gonna go down.
Okay. How you like Ryan? How you like Devin's recovery time?
Devin Haney got a lot of heart. He's a warrior. Within that side.
Yeah, you starting to become Bill Haney right now, not answering the questions.
Devin Haney, his recovery was trash because he never recovered.
He
got hard. He kept getting back up, but his recovery.
We all agree with that. I think all of us here agree the kid's got heart.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got a glass jaw. He can't recover for shit.
I guarantee you. I guarantee you. $100 that if they fight, Bill Haney will have to show that he's a father instead of a coach in the corner, and in the stool he stops the fight.
Against who, real?
If not, he's a real life pimp for real. If he doesn't stop the fight, he's a real life pimp.
Look, to be honest, in that Henry,
you might as well do what everyone else does and quit on the stool.
What I'm gonna say right now is gonna hurt a lot of people. Once again, I don't care because I keep it real.
I'm keeping it a buck too.
I think Ryan stops who real.
Okay, that's your opinion.
He's right there in front of him. He said that, but he's 50-50 with Haney. Dude, you're writing the facts for this shit.
Anybody that my man Lonos takes a picture with, his predictions get a little blurry.
We also gotta stop.
He's writing the facts, man. How you gonna say that it's 50-50 with Devin Haney and Matias, but then all of a sudden
just knocked out by Ryan?
I don't do Ryan up on this stick like he's fighting 140 fighters. He's not even coming in on weight.
We don't even know who Haney. Yo, I check out the video I just dropped. It's doing great numbers right now. Where Henry Garcia. I asked Henry before the fight. Henry, are you fighting the top guy at 140 times? He goes, hell no. He goes, he beat Regis Prograis. That's it. He's like, you gotta fight 3-4 guys the top guys to say he's the top guy. That's humble. You being that's him being humble and him saying that Ryan beats him. He's not the top guy. He still got to beat Subriel Matias. He said it. He said he still got to fight Subriel Matias.
I'm hearing some rumors about Teofimo Lopez possibly fighting Elvis Rodriguez. The reason why I say that because
that's the thing. Elvis Rodriguez was on the table. He was one of the 3 fights. Teo.
Yeah, and Teo doesn't want the flag. If I guess you don't like the way it's being received.
If you notice what Teo put out is because he's like, man, he's tired of Bobby putting the take it or leave it deals, and then ESPN backed them up and said, no, we got you.
And you know what? Senior was being interviewed, and he told he was on Marco Boxer. Shout out to Marco. He told Marco that Teo's going to fight the number 7 guy in the WBO. And he said, he's a tough guy. He comes to fight. So I did my little research to find out who the number 7 guy is. And it's Elvis Rodriguez. And what I'm going to say is this. Teo has to be on his A+ game. Because I watched Elvis Rodriguez. I seen Teo get hit with that right hook with the southpaws. Elvis Rodriguez is not going to run. Elvis Rodriguez can punch. So once again, shout out to Teofimo Lopez for fighting real guys, young guys in their prime. He's the only one out of the
He doesn't have perfect matchmaking, man. He wants to bust. He's the only motherfucker who wants to bust.
He's the only one out of the Fantastic Five. Because you got to put.
If that's the case, fight Kenneth Sims.
He's the only one that's been fighting. Everybody in the WBO, 3 fighters.
Huh?
Hey, there's one thing we're missing about fighters offered to Tio.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like he beat Elvis. You know, he exposed Elvis.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, yo, stop that shit, man. Get this shit out of here, bro. Nah. I'm gonna be real with you. Tio does Elvis dirty, and I'm gonna be real with you. Tio does Elvis dirty.
What about De Los Santos? I like De Los Santos for Tio too, because De Los Santos. Guys, you gotta talk about the realistic guys that are top 15 WBO.
Yeah. Exactly.
Kenneth Sales was the most deserving. Now Rodriguez is I know he's the WBO fighter. He's ranked. Now, one thing that we were forgetting about, real quick, just going back about Devin Haney, that Henry Garcia said something nobody wants to talk about. This kid is gonna have post-traumatic stress disorder, and it's gonna take him a minute to get his mentals right. And he's gonna be fearful of ever getting fucking hit again by anybody.
Salute to the legends that we had yesterday, right, guys? Where we had Shannon.
I'm just all because he has no. It's the way you lose that would make you say, yo, this guy. And that's what I'm talking about. He already lost. He already lost to Cambosos, bro. That was a yard. He wasn't at wobble legs. He didn't have a broken face. And that's just that age. Tio wasn't getting hit by a lights out puncher. This is the kind of fight that can hear me out. This is the type of fight that can ruin. Like you said. That's what I'm saying. And Henry Garcia is speaking facts. This kid is gonna have post-traumatic stress disorder. Hold on, let me talk. This fight reminds me of when David Reed fought Trinidad. David Reed was outboxing Trinidad with his athleticism and his speed for the first 6 rounds. Just like the Ryan fight with Devin, the 7th round, Trinidad put him down with a left hook. And after that, Trinidad was beating him up for the whole fight, knocking him down 4 times. The referee kept saving him, just like the referee was saving Devin. Just like Devin Haney, David Reed kept getting up. They went 12 rounds. After that fight, the guy was damaged. And Ryan Garcia is another guy that has that kind of a punch, that left hook. He has the best left hook I've seen since Trinidad and Oscar, bro.
Listen, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. We could talk about how great Ryan is and stuff like that. This is still nowhere to hide session. This is still.
His skills might not be elite, but his power and his hand speed is elite. We can't take that away from him. Anybody that goes in there and slips with it.
Yeah, but I'll go off of what Henry said though. I'll go off of what Henry said as well. You have to look. We put a lot of people, and including myself, right? We put Devin Haney as the top pound for pound, right? But then you look at how he got there. But when you look at how he got there, you gotta think. Now that's why pound for pound is so it's a lot of people have their interpretations of it. Oh shit, accolades. But accolades tie down to money too. So now if you want to go and break it down, now it's different. Now we having a different type of conversation. Like think about it, right? Think about it, right? Right now, I knew that the Spence and Crawford was gonna be that way, but at least Spence fought some dogs and put himself in that position, and he was only unified. He was not undisputed. Which y'all tell me, what trumps it? Unification with Spence, and the guys he fought, or Devin Haney and the undisputed guys he fought. What's more impressive to y'all? And we took EJ. Everybody took EJ out of their pound for pound. Are we doing the same thing with Devin Haney now?
No, man, bro, he's a subversive media hype job. Simple as that. One thing I wanted to say, Mills, I like I said, we talk about resumes and research. I went and did mine. If you go pull up Tank, Devin, and Shakur, all of their first 20 opponents win-loss records combined. Tank is 299 or 112. Devin is 216 and 152. Shakur is 331 and 31. And I also went and I did like other people on the pound for pound list.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, it's 510 and 67. Usyk is 503 and 7.
We choose who we want. Thank you for the statistics. We choose who we want.
To answer your question, Mill, yes, I take Devin Haney out of the pound for pound list because there's too many guys that top 10 that deserve it. That's one, right?
HLD never had him, right? HLD.
I don't even have a pound for pound list.
All right.
Tell me what the best guys.
Dream.
If you ask me a question. Oh, what? Yeah, I've got a pound for pound list.
All right. Is Devin still on yours?
He would either be 10th or right off the list.
This
He wouldn't make the top 10.
He got beat too bad by a guy that was a 10-1 underdog. That's not pound for pound stuff. You got to rebuild yourself. I took Tio off the list.
Now, I like what Low Nose is saying right here. Cause look Ryan. He just lost to Ryan Garcia. Never had a title.
Who considered Cam Ross's pound for pound when he got lucky with Tio?
No. You gotta do more than that, bro. Listen, you gotta do more than that. When exactly. You gotta do more, right? Like somebody tried to tell me, oh, I put Tio after Loma. No, Tio built the body of work. Tio was looking unbeatable up to a point. He beat Comey, and then he beat Loma when Loma was top 2, top 3, flipping around, right? Devin, for me, personally, was like number 7 at the time. Earl was number 5 for me when Bud beat him. So, and then again, the manner in which you lose. That's why Loma never really got removed by a lot of people, because Loma never got
destroyed. He never got destroyed.
He never got debilitated by a guy that people were clowning him. Devin Haney called him a C-level fighter.
Bendito Thurman. If Thurman was active and had a like never got hurt, yo, I'm telling you, he only lost to Pacquiao. Only.
Thurman today at 147. If Devin Haney wants to come up, Thurman beats Haney.
So you think that I was saying the same thing? I was actually talking to Thurman's coach the day. I said, yo, he got hit with Ryan. He wanna get hit by the one time too? Hey, yo, Ryan Garcia in the one time.
Let's keep it real. Does anybody here expect you're gonna see Devin Haney again in 2024? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think we see him till after Ramadan 2025.
Yo, listen, I want the best for him though. Like honestly,
I get it, but he's got to recover, man. This is not.
I want him to come back. And I want him to.
And we don't know if his jaw's really broken. I really think it is. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
What I will say now, Devontae Davis has the second best resume out of the past after 5.
I don't put it there, man. Until he starts fighting with anorexic clauses on it and fighting globetrotters and shit, I don't have no respect for that resume.
Nah, Devontae Davis has a great resume. He has a good resume, bro. You can't, you know what I mean?
Resume versus what? Versus who?
Ryan Garcia
with anorexic clauses. Come on.
He maybe Mario Barrios.
Oh my God! When Josh Taylor was the top dog at 140, why did he fight Josh Taylor? Because he doesn't bring nothing to the table. No, Josh Taylor wasn't even.
Yo, so listen, let's get into this, right? Because I want to stay at 140. I want to stay at 140. I do not want to go down to a guy that campaigns at 135. I really don't want to do it. Especially a guy that started at 126. Like, I don't want to do it. So what I want to do is I do want to talk about continue talking about the 140 division, and I think that we need to kind of like talk about exactly where Ryan goes next, and how do you guys really think this division unfolds? Like, let's be real, right? Who do you think really is the head guy at 140? And because you guys are talking about one. You're talking about Tia, but Punch already just said that he's one fight away from being at 147 pounds. So I'm talking about when the grass settles. What do you think happens to the division? Because I do believe Tia's gonna go for the winner of Brian Norman and Santalin.
Absolutely.
And I think he wins that. I think he wins that fight too. But
I don't like that.
it's a tough fight for Teo though. Those guys are cracking.
I don't like it. Why are you leaving a division?
But listen, Lonos, this is the thing. It's not about what we like. We talked to Punch. He said he talked to Senior, and that's what's the plan. That's all I'm saying.
That's been the plan.
So
I'm just saying, 140 right now, man. People are not running towards Teo, man. Do you know that Ryan Garcia did not fight? Do you know that they turned down Teofimo before this fight? Do you know that? They didn't want to fight Teo. Listen. 140 right now is the hottest division in boxing right now. 147 is going to be hot. Listen, 147 is going to be hot when everybody moves up. 147 is going to a transitional stage right now. 140 is where is it at, bro? You got Subriel there. You got, even though people don't believe he's going to ever fight anybody, but you got Tank South for 140. You got Shakur South for 140. You got Ryan flirting around with 140 catch weight. You still got Devin. Come on, bro. You're going to go to 140. But those are names. If they don't fight, it don't mean shit. That's what if they don't fight, it don't mean shit. They can't be there. It doesn't mean nothing.
What do y'all listen? So the question is, right, before we get our emotions all in the pack, how does the 140 division settle down? What does it look like when the grass settles with all the information that this channel knows?
Matias ends up being the king of 140 because Teo's leaving, Ryan is leaving, and it's going to have to be them between Devin Haney and Matias. They're both over there on the zone, and you got Hutchinson who's going to try to grab maybe Teo's belt or something like that, right?
Do you think,
It's still a dog, but we don't know what's going on with his, I'm going to tell you right now.
Well, listen. Gather your questions because we talking to Gary Antoine tonight at 10 o'clock. All right?
I got one question for you right now, Muse, because I interviewed this dude, and you know him very well. Tito Mercado. That's another dude who's going to be on the come up. Real
Tito, and yeah, he's a dog. He
I want to see him.
I can't wait. Jermaine Ortiz. We need to talk about Jermaine Ortiz as well. Matter of fact, we're not going to talk about Jermaine Ortiz until Jermaine Ortiz comes on the channel again. Okay? That's what we're going to do. Because I already hit him up like mad times already.
For Tio, the entire
and no response.
Hey, what time is Gary Antoine tonight, Mill City? Mill City, I'm tuning tonight. I gotta go.
All right, bro. 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. I'll put what I will do is I'll put Bobby Harris on, which will talk about Jermaine. He will talk about Jermaine Ortiz because it's his friend. But what I mean more, unless you guys don't ask me a question about Jermaine, I'll answer it. Pero he needs to come over here and hacerle promo. He needs to do the dirty work himself también.
Gary Antoine's question: How good did he rub his elbows with Eddie Hearn when he was at the fight on Saturday?
Ooh,
that's facts. He could be a that's my question. How well did he rub elbows with Eddie Hearn? I think that Tito Mercado fight is a lot more realistic. He's a free agent. And you already saw that, and you already also saw that PBC is turned into Renaissance with their fighters giving them to Eddie Hearn. Shit, the Turks too. They got to deal with the Turks.
Salute.
That's what I'm saying, but it's with Metro.
Salute to the members on Mill City Boxing. Bam Bam Boogie was going on. Jackie Hernandez was going on. Salute to y'all. We got my man Bobby Harris on the line. Yo, Bobby, talk to me. Talk to me. We talking about the 140 division. The question is, bro, right? I'm gonna give you 3 questions. Salute to DJ Kodo King. But listen, my question to you is, right, where there's nowhere to hide. Where does Devin Haney hide? Where does Ryan Garcia hide? Then the next question after that, how does the grass settle at 140 pounds?
I'm gonna answer that second question first. But I feel like everything depends on timing, and I think Jermaine Ortiz just has the perfect timing when it comes to all these guys really gunning for each other. And they're going to leave Jermaine out for the last, and that's the mistake that they're going to have because Jermaine is, I think, the most underrated 140-pounder there is. I mean, he has the very close fight with one of the best ever in Lomachenko with only 16 fights, and some people would even argue that he beat Lomachenko. No, he did beat Lomachenko.
He did beat him.
So, and on top of that, people are even arguing that he beat Teo.
He did beat Teo.
So for me, Jermaine is still an undefeated fighter. Stop the cap. He didn't beat neither one of those. And he still don't even hit 20 fights yet. He still hasn't even hit 20 fights yet. Meanwhile, these guys have 30-something fights.
HLD, I was waiting for you. I was like, I know he's not gonna say. I wish I could see your face right now. I ain't gonna hold you. I want to see your face when I say these shit.
Around 7 and on, Lomachenko clean 7 through 12 against
All right.
How do you win? It's a draw. Because he didn't win on the 6 rounds. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I watched the fight live. I'll say this because I watched the fight live. The first 6 rounds, I had Jermaine win the fight. The first 6 rounds, he got outworked. And then the 9th round, he definitely won. The only rounds he did not win, which did not help him for the win, were the championship rounds in the last 3 rounds, which is why it has a lot of people thinking, okay, Lomachenko got it. Mind you, at the time, there was a big war going on in Lomachenko's home country that it was worldwide known, that everybody was really trying to back. So basically, it was Jermaine versus a whole country at the time. And nobody knew Jermaine. Jermaine had no back. Nobody had no name. So, I mean, it says a lot for him to perform the way he performed, to get away with. I don't take that away from him. But he lost that fight. I don't take that away. I think Jermaine Ortiz was over. Man, I was hoping for him to win it. I thought he won that night. I was at the bar, tipsy, watching it. I was cussing like a motherfucker. Then on Sunday, I watched the fight, and I'm like, okay, I see what Loma did. Good for him. But I think the young man, you gotta get that fight a draw. You can't give it to Loma. I give it to Loma. I give it to Loma.
Loma had the bag on him.
You gave Loma. I was pissed. I said it. I was 50 and excited that my Boricua brethren was whooping that ass like I thought. And you have to, when you're at the sports bar, bro, you're not totally focused on it. You're just taking the bits and pieces. So I watched the fight the next day, and I thought Loma cleaned out.
Cleaned out stock.
We still got people saying that Jermaine won or it should have been a draw. That says a lot for a guy. No, it does. It's very impressive. Very impressive. It's a legend in the sport.
Yo tengo a Jermaine Ortiz up there for sure.
Jermaine Ortiz is better stop that bullshit he did with Teo and go at the guys like he did with
I definitely would love to see Jermaine Ortiz versus Devin Haney. I would love to see that fight.
Does Jermaine beat Ryan Garcia? No, he doesn't. No. I think my thing, when you ask me that question, it's hard to think about the fight because it's like
I don't, yo,
at 140 to begin with.
Bobby.
He lost the fight right before he fought.
Bobby.
That fight that he had, he was bad, bro.
Bobby, let me tell you something. Jermaine got all the skills to beat Ryan Garcia, but I'm gonna tell you something right now. Ryan Garcia land a nice clean shot. We're gonna have a different type of Jermaine Ortiz. You're not gonna have an aggressive Jermaine Ortiz, I don't think. You know what I mean? I think you're gonna have a Jermaine Ortiz that, is gonna be kind of like Teofimo Lopez, but you're gonna be able to pick your shots a little bit better. You're gonna be better defensively, I think. I think people don't really give the credit to Jermaine Ortiz when it comes to his defense. But I mean, I don't think people gonna want to watch the fight. I don't think that Ryan Garcia would give Jermaine Ortiz the opportunity. That's just my opinion. But who knows? Maybe. Who knows? Regardless of the fact, I would love for Jermaine Ortiz to get those opportunities. Would love it. But I don't know. But nevertheless, appreciate each and every single one of y'all for tapping in. God bless, and on to the next. I appreciate each and every single one. Make sure you guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure you guys go out your way, subscribe to the channel. We got a lot more interviews. Make sure you stay tuned tonight because we're going to be having Gary Antoine Russell tonight at 10 o'clock. And then hopefully I can get another one in there in between time, in the meantime. So that way y'all can get a little something. Salute to y'all. Absolutely. Jermaine Ortiz. Well, I mean, I don't know about the law situation, but I think that Jermaine Ortiz and Joseph Adorno should definitely run it back. I think it'll be a great fight. I think it would be an awesome fight. But smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, become a member. The link is in my bio. Appreciate each and every single one of y'all for tapping in once again. God bless, and on to the next.